what's up, you guys? Great to have you back on the show. I'm Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. As a kid, I was a huge Michael Jordan fan. There were just so many reasons why. One of the reasons was that Michael Jordan, to me, always looked like he was invincible, Superman. And, you know, being a little bit older and getting all this inside information, it's incredible how dominant and confident that guy actually was. And this is exactly what this video is all about. I want to show you examples on how confident Michael Jordan was and how he was actually toying with his opponents. But before we start with this video, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I would say, let's start the video right away. We're going to start off this video with Steve Smith. Steve Smith is one of the greatest shooting guards of the 1990s. Such a great player and such a nice guy, but he really had a tough time playing against Michael Jordan, especially when he was playing with the Miami Heat. So first we're going to take a look at the 1992 NBA playoffs, the Miami Heat against the Chicago Bulls, and then some inside information coming from Steve Smith himself.
Chicago Stadium, the site tonight as the Bulls begin defense of their NBA championship.
This is the biggest focus of the season, is the playoffs.
And welcome to the excitement of NBA playoff basketball.
I thrive on it. I love it.
All right, let's see it.
It's a joy for me to step in front of that camera when you know millions of people are watching and show the skills and the creativity that you have as an athlete. Showtime.
Jordan. Wow! Jordan with Edwards on him. Jordan will hammer it. Rice goes inside as Rice does more. Jordan just erased the ball.
Y'all started getting going, man, and it's like you feel it go right through you.
Jordan drives again.
Yep, Jay pushes it up himself. Crosses over, down the lane. Hangs, scores!
Well, young fella, I'm only going to hit a jumper. I'm not going to dunk on you. Michael, he smiled at Glenn Rice and told him, I'm just going to take you to school.
We knew we were going to win. It's just a matter of how we were going to win. So we kind of toured with them.
Sees the double team coming and just goes.
You and Michael in close quarters, and he was a good talker. I mean,
We did.
So what would you hear from Michael?
You know, everything. I mean, from Michael, one time I know he started counting backwards. You know, he said something like 38, and I didn't get it, Reggie. You know what I mean? Then he started saying 36. I said, wait a minute. So he going backwards, and now if he get to 0, he got 40. But it was, me and Michael had a lot of talks.
So the next one that we're going to take a look at is Dikembe Mutombo. Dikembe Mutombo actually told the story of Michael Jordan shooting his free throws with his eyes closed, and apparently he wasn't the only guy who had experienced that firsthand.
A game with the Clippers, and the second place Atlanta lost, so that widens the margin for the Bulls.
Makes it, what, 3 games now, right? Jordan on a pair, 37 for Mike.
5:36, and Hardaway reaches out. Our Budweiser player of the game. Take a guess. Michael Jordan, 45 points, 18 of 30 from the field, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Michael Jordan is our Budweiser player of the game. And they want to time.
Well, you have to have the ability to hang in the air like he does. He makes the defense make the decision as to which way he wants to shoot the ball.
Harper has left the ball game after making 10 straight shots, including 2 3-pointers. He's some player, and I tell you, Cleveland's going to have a pretty good club again this year.
Michael Jordan just shot that free throw with his eyes closed.
So the next example is coming from a former Michael Jordan teammate from Steve Kerr, explaining how Michael Jordan actually intimidated him while he was sitting on the bench for the Phoenix Suns. Check it out.
Steve, what was that first year like? You're playing for Cotton?
For Cotton Fitzsimmons.
Yeah.
You know, my experience was totally different than these guys because I was a, late second-round pick. I didn't know if I was going to make the league. I was on a non-guaranteed contract. And I'll never forget one of my first exhibition games, we played the Bulls. And I was just trying to make the roster. And Michael Jordan gets the ball right in front of our bench. And I'm already scared to death. Like, God, I hope I don't get into this game. I'm not ready for this stuff. And he holds the ball out. He holds the ball out and he looks right at me. And I'm on the bench just kind of like, he holds the ball out and he goes, watch this. And he turns, he went right around Dan Marley, bam, dunks it, looks back at our bench and just starts laughing. And I'm looking like, there's no way in hell I can ever make the
Now I really don't want to.
I thought he looked at you and said, 10 years from now, I'm going to throw this to you.
Yeah.
And the next example is actually one of my all-time favorites. When Michael Jordan had his first comeback and they were playing the New York Knicks and Jordan was playing, no, let's be honest, toying with John Starks. And don't get me wrong, John Starks is one of the greatest Michael Jordan defenders. He actually was showing some effort and actually giving it all playing against Michael Jordan. But in a double nickel game, Jordan was toying with Starks.
In 1995, Jordan's comeback became the season's marquee attraction in New York as the Bulls paid a visit to the Knicks.
It's the magical, mystical Jordan Road Tour, 1995.
I didn't want to come in with the intensity so high that I couldn't meet it because I've been away from the game for 18 months.
Michael comes back to New York City. He loves playing in this gym.
And as he made his return to the Garden, Michael found a familiar foe was waiting for him.
Prior to his premature retirement, nobody guarded Michael Jordan straight up better than John Starks.
Now Starks would have another chance to display his defense against Jordan. But it was clear from the beginning that on this night, there would be no stopping Michael.
Michael Jordan as the jump shot falling here tonight.
That first quarter, I knew we had something going. When I started hitting all the jump shots, and I could read Starks' every move. You know, I basically had him at my disposal in a sense.
They're going to keep going to the well with Jordan and Starks. My, oh my. It was like Starks wasn't even there.
And he continued his onslaught from just about everywhere on the court.
Jordan off the turnover. Puts the move on Starks. Yes, and it counts. Michael Jordan with his most spectacular basket of the half.
In just the fifth game of his comeback, he was already looking like the Jordan of old.
So I came in with some low expectations, and next thing you know, they grew to be huge expectations.
And here's the post-up by Jordan. Off the spin!
Would he have made that look any easier? And did you ask, is he back? Oh, come on!
That game was incredible, and I just wanted to make sure, did you see the look on Pat Riley's face? That says it all. And the next one goes back to the 1980s with Reggie Theus playing for the Sacramento Kings, a former Chicago Bull. Well, let's check it out.
Before the night before, we go eat or go to his hotel room, and he was really mad at Reggie Theus because when he got traded, when Reggie got traded, Michael was the draft pick coming in, and Reggie was like, "There's no guy who can replace me that's a rookie." So he said, "Just tell Reggie that I'm going to get 45 tonight." So I went to the locker room. I said, "Reggie, Michael said he's going to get 45 tonight."
Theus on the dribble, off to the right, takes it in, and Jordan steals the ball. Here's Michael Jordan on the drive, in on Joe Klein, all the way to the hoop, scoop shot. A spectacular play by Michael Jordan.
So he ended up with 43. And so he comes into the locker room. He said, "I didn't get 45, but you got to come to Chicago." Like, now that's supreme confidence.
And the next one is a very incredible one, something that I found out not too long ago. You all remember that crazy Michael Jordan switched the hands against the Los Angeles Lakers in the 1991 NBA Finals. And that special move actually rubbed some Los Angeles Lakers players the wrong way, especially Byron Scott, who said Michael Jordan was showboating. But that move, man, sorry Byron, but that one is history now.
Following game two, all that people were talking about was that incredible shot by Michael in traffic. It will go down as one of the classics. Certainly among Michael's top 10, perhaps top 5. Going to the left hand and then able to hit. And earlier I talked about that shot with Michael Jordan.
It was something that just happened instantaneously. I didn't think about it. It was more or less creativity while I was doing my job. But it was one of those exciting plays that a lot of people got excited over, and that's some of the enjoyment that I get out of playing the game, that people can have the same type of excitement that I have going through.
All right, you guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you next time. Peace. I'm out. Hey, you guys, if you're active on Facebook, I can really recommend Open Court. As an NBA fan, you should find everything you need. If it's funny NBA videos, impressive highlights, or even NBA news, I check out Open Court every day.